Well, good morning, Snug Harbor, and welcome to our Monday morning Snug Harbor morning reflection. It is Monday, and I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you were able to enjoy the cooler temperatures, that you made some progress in your groups, maybe even had an individual session, and also got to take some time and enjoy this beautiful campus. As we start back up with our morning reflection this morning, let's pause. Take a couple deep breaths with me. Take another one. Take one more. And let it out. As we clear our mind and prepare for the week ahead, let's open with our serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. As we open our reflection this morning, we have a new song to listen to, and it reminds us that we keep fighting the good fight. Would you listen with me?
Until you stop breathing, till you stop bleeding, until your heart stops kick drum beating. When it's hard times, when it's long days, and the enemy is right up in your face. When your back's against the ropes, and you're feeling all alone. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep letting your light shine. 'Cause I'm never gonna leave you, always gonna see you through to the other side. Keep fighting the good, fighting the good, fighting the good fight, good fight. Even in the roadblocks, even through the rough spots, when you're feeling you're giving all that you got, I'm with you in the next step, giving you the next breath. I'll be the voice saying you're gonna make it. When you're out there on your own, you are never alone. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep letting your light shine. 'Cause I'm never gonna leave you, always gonna see you through to the other side. Keep fighting the good, fighting the good, fighting the good fight, good fight. Just keep on singing and keep on dancing. And joy will be your banner, and my love will be your anthem. And you may never know what your tomorrow holds, but you can know that I am holding your tomorrow. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep letting your light shine, yeah. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep letting your light shine. 'Cause I'm never gonna leave you, always gonna see you through to the other side. Keep fighting the good, fighting the good, fighting the good fight, good fight. Fighting the good fight.
Oh, Snug Harbor, are you feeling it? Are you fighting the good fight today? Boy, that song just gives me encouragement. Lets me know, don't give up. Keep holding on. Keep fighting that good fight. And we do that in step 6. We keep fighting that good fight. In step 6, we find we were entirely ready to have God or our higher power as we understand it, remove all these defects of character. Charles Dubois said, "The important thing is this, to be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could become." Guys, what that means is we need to be ready at any given moment to give up what we currently are for the potential of what lies ahead of us. In step 6 of our 12-step program, it's all about the removal of what doesn't work in our lives anymore. Since you've completed step 4 and step 5, you surely have plenty of things that were revealed to you about what we needed to get rid of. So now in step 6, it's time to allow a higher power to cut out these attitudes, these beliefs, and these behaviors at their very source. You get to partner up with your higher power and make a firm decision to let go of the character defects, let go of the flaws that have been ruling your life and that seem to have us hell-bent on self-destruction. The 6th step can bring about significant and very noticeable change when it comes to the thought patterns and behaviors that have been with us for a very long time. It doesn't just happen overnight, obviously, and there's nothing like perfection when working the 12 steps. The 12 steps are not something that we can work perfectly, but it is about making a commitment and being content with patient improvement. In breaking down step 6, I like to focus more on the word ready than entirely. Nobody is ever entirely ready, especially when there's so much unknown. However, the word ready is a reminder that we are prepared, we are open, and that we are available. Now we can aim at the very best of all we know or can learn. In previous steps, we've discovered how we harmed ourselves and other people by acting out on our character defects. We learned about patterns and behavior, and that we are likely to act the same way with the same defects over and over again. That's the insanity of our addictions. All of this knowledge helped us to become ready to have these defects removed. So now at step 6, we've reached a spiritual state of mind where we are aware of our defects, we're sick and tired of them, and we're pretty confident that a higher power of our own understanding will remove what should go. Character defects are just shortcomings that we're ready to let go of. In working this step, we learn a lot about humility. The humility it takes to see ourselves more clearly. We see that character defects and instincts work hand in hand. We were given instincts to help us stay alive. However, when our abundant instincts or desires far exceed their intended purpose, motivate us to act blindly, or make us willfully demand that we be supplied with more satisfactions than possible, then they become character defects. It's important when looking at your character defects in this step to remember the basic nature of all human beings. We all have needs, and we try to get them met. How we go about getting them is where defects come into play. Now, guys, I'm not saying that you're defective. I'm not saying that you're a bad character. In fact, instead of seeing your faults and failings as defects, you can even reframe it as shortcomings that can be addressed and worked on. When we get to those issues deep down that cause the addictions and behaviors, it's then that real, long-lasting change can occur. We can make a real effort to heal the underlying core mental and emotional issues that have caused our limiting and destructive behavior. When you're ready to let go, some of the most popularly destructive defects or shortcomings usually include fear, pride, dishonesty, gluttony, greed, lust, jealousy, grandiosity, willfulness, and anger. If we're really honest with ourselves, we have to admit that sometimes we exalt in some of our defects. They feel good. Maybe we really even kind of love some of them. And yet we've seen time and time again that changing addictive behavior, no matter how difficult, is possible. The overwhelming task is much easier when broken down into tiny, incremental steps. In step 6, we get to put the anvil down. For many of us recovering addicts, carrying around the weight of some pretty heavy defects or shortcomings not only slows us down in the progress of our recovery, it puts us at risk for relapse. Guys, you've been carrying these defects for so long. Maybe there's even a level of fear about letting them go. It's important to keep a sense of hope and trust in the program and the process of recovery that has worked on even the most deeply rooted character defects. Here are some questions to help guide you through this step. First of all, what are your fears about doing a 6th step? What does it mean that a higher power can remove them? What is your responsibility? Do you believe you can change? Have you changed so far? Are some of your character defects enjoyable because they give you pleasure? Are there any defects that you think cannot be removed? Are you willing to have all of them removed? And if not, why? How does surrender help with step 6? And what actions can you take to show that you're entirely ready? Guys, I think a good place to start is to make a list, which we're already got quite good at through the 12 steps. But make a list of each character defect of yours, and then include a very brief definition of it. Then list the ways you act out behaviorally on the defect and the effect that it has on yourself and others when you do. Lastly, write about what your life would be like without that behavior and what principle you may apply instead. Also, create affirmations. Take each major character defect and write 3 to 5 positive statements about living differently. And repeat these affirmations aloud in the morning and in the evening. Make sure you word it in the present tense as if you've already conquered it, believing that you will. For example, if lying is the defect, you could write, I am now telling the truth in all matters. And repeat that over and over. To the counselor in the room, I would focus in your discussion following our morning meditation. What are your fears about doing the 6th step? That's a great question to talk about as a group. Also, do you believe you can change? And have you changed so far? Focus on those 2 questions in your discussion and allow open comment on those 2 questions. We all have character defects. We all work every day. We all rely on our higher power to help us. Let's think on that this morning as we listen to our song of reflection on the day ahead. Would you watch with me?
I have left the battle lines. There's a hope that lies in front of me. I've discovered who I am, and I found I was the enemy. I have struggled for so long. I lay it down, I give it up, I'm letting go of this war I've always known. I wave the flag, I humbly fall on my knees. I have tried to do it all on my own. I surrender. I have waged unholy war and have left a trail of misery. Can a hard heart be restored? Can a prisoner find his liberty? I have struggled for so long. I lay it down, I give it up, I'm letting go of this war I've always known. I wave the flag, I humbly fall on my knees. I have tried to do it all. You gave me hope, and I walk the road, and I'm holding on, to this love I come to know. You gave me hope, and I walk the road, and I'm holding on.
What a beautiful message. And it really is about what step 6 is about, surrendering and allowing our higher power to take out those character defects. And it's through that we can find freedom. What a beautiful truth. Would you join me in our serenity prayer? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Guys, I know it's not always easy. You're pressed into living with other people that you didn't know before coming here. Here's my advice. Focus on you. Focus on your recovery. Because you are what's important. Try your best to get along, to love each other. Two principles that I live by come from the New Testament. And it says to love your higher power first and foremost, above all, but then to love your neighbor as yourself. If we did that, we'll find a lot more harmony, not only in our personal lives, but in our cottage and in our world. You are what's important. Your recovery is important. It needs to be your priority above anything else. It's what we want for you here at Snug Harbor. Each and every staff member wants your successful completion in this program. I believe in you. I care about you. And I pray for you every single day. God bless you all. I'll see you soon.